Radio. Download that app so you don't miss out. What's popping, what's cracking, what's heading. It's me, Kareem the Dream, on another beautiful Thursday, April 2026. I hope you're doing what you're supposed to do, being you're supposed to be. All right, I got a great show for y'all today. You know, Kareem the Dream, keep up with everything. I got another dope artist going crazy, another great interview for you guys today, another dope person out here in the world being great. You know what I'm saying? And that is, I got my boy KingPsy in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. What's grand? You know what I'm saying? What's grand, OG? For sure. You know what I'm saying? We in this joint, we in this thing today. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for tapping in on Traffic Jam. You know what I'm saying? Where I interview all the dope artists in the town. You know what I'm saying? All the great entertainers that's out here going crazy. We got KingPsy today. How you doing, OG?
What's grand? What's grand, my boy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you.
What's grand, everybody out there? It's your boy KingPsy, Memphis Mac is out.
Yeah.
This is all his production now.
Yes, sir. What it do, OG? That's great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? No time to dilly-dally. I say all the time, being on cameras work for us. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? So I asked all my friends that I bring on here that's out in the world creating, trying to be great, making great entertainment for the masses to consume. You know what I'm saying? I bring my friends on here that is grinding, you know what I'm saying? So now I consider you as a friend, OG.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So I asked all my friends, where are you from and what brought you to the stage?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, originally. What brought me to the stage, man? Legacy.
Yeah.
Legacy brought me to the stage, you know, as far as just following in the footsteps of those that came before me, more so my family.
Yeah. So you got musical talent in the family?
Oh yeah. My family goes back a long way. You know, my mom, my grandfather, they were the two that went professional with it. Yeah.
So your mom and your grandfather?
Yeah. My mom, she used to sing backup for Al Green, and my grandfather, my late grandfather, he was one of the original members of the Dixie Nightingales and the Pattersonaires.
Wow.
From Stax Records back in the day.
What? Okay, so we talking to a legend, right? The lineage. What did he talk about? Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Okay, so just talk about like you coming up and like when music started to creep into your life, where you decided like, where you got the show bug, like, oh, I love this is great. Like, what did that look like for you?
It started early for me.
Yeah.
You know, I jumped off the porch real early with it. You know, I've been singing pretty much all my life. In the choir, of course, you know, church. And everything.
I always say.
Yeah, you know, got to keep God first.
Yeah.
He's the one that gave us this gift anyway. So, you know, got to give it back to him.
Of course.
So, but for me, when I said I really wanted to do that, I think I was probably like in the 4th grade at a talent show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I was singing a Babyface song. And the crowd loved it, and I loved it too. I loved the response, and I love being able to share my gift for sure. So I think that's when I said, I think this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Okay, so when you're doing those talent shows and stuff, and you started singing, because R&B is your genre.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were younger and you started singing, like, how did you know you sounded good? Was it just from other people, or like, did you feel like, man, I sound good, or like, how did that?
I mean, coming up in my family, you know, I had some big shoes to fill because everybody could sing. You know. And I was always emulating other artists, you know, trying to match my voice with theirs. I never really patted myself on the back. You know what I'm saying? As far as, I'm dope, I can sing.
Yeah.
You know, I was never that type of person, you know, but I always knew I had a gift, you know, and I always knew that I could do something that other people can't do with this gift.
Yeah.
You know, so it always felt good to be able to get up there and it's like, that boy can sing.
Yeah. Because, you know, we love, you know what I'm saying, in our culture, you know, when they could, that boy can sing. Well, he can sing, or sing, or however we say it, you know.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you said 4th grade.
Yeah.
So what year was that for the people watching?
Yeah, I'm a little bit seasoned. So
yeah, for sure.
4th grade was probably like in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Probably like, what's that? Probably like 87, 88.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 48, knocking at 50. So I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's incredible. Like, and you know, I always say, yeah, thanks, Daniel. That boy good. Yeah, you know, and I always say that, like, I told Jay also this. The artists that come from the church are usually the best ones.
I mean, because they always tell us not to do secular music.
Yeah.
Can't sing that in this church. Can't sing like that. But, you know, I think all music comes from God. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the genre. You know, so, but the people that come from the church, that's where you get your soul from.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you're real feeling, and that's how you really feel and know the music. You know, a lot of people learn from those ministers of music, you know what I'm saying? Learning the notes and melodies and all that stuff. That's where the beginning of it comes from. For sure.
And that's where, you know, legends like Aretha, you know, and like, I know you got to like experience them like when you were younger and stuff, like, being in the church. So was it like did you feel like you were gonna be an artist when you were that young? Did you like, you know, you try to lock in like the Jackson 5 and start training or like New Edition? Like, did you feel like that, or were you just like going with it?
For me, I always consider myself a background singer. Being in the choir, I never really wanted to lead.
Yeah.
You know, I was always being pushed out there to lead. Oh, you can sing this song. No, I'd rather do it in the background.
Right.
You know, I never really wanted the spotlight. I don't think it was, I really don't want the spotlight now. You know, it just so happened that, hey, you know, it's chasing me right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a good feeling. You know, I ain't trying to be out there like that, but you know, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, that's the first I heard of that. Usually artists are like, nah, I'm trying to be famous. Like I want everybody to know me. You know. So it's like for you to be like so humble and you have this talent, you know, that's it, like extremely like great.
I mean, you know, I had a lot of doors closed in my face. You know what I'm saying? So life will humble you real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I was away from music for like 10 years, you know what I'm saying? Just on a mission of education and trying to find myself.
Yeah.
You know, and I just stepped away from it. So I'm just really now getting back into it for myself. You know, I was singing for other people, for the church here and there, and, you know, always traveling somewhere, singing for the church, singing for the Lord. That's a good thing. You know, but for myself, you know, it was pretty much like it was just thrusted on me, you know, trying to figure out, especially after COVID and everything, figure out what it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so I just said, you know, hey, let's just do my own thing. You know, I'd rather learn how to do everything myself than constantly shell out money for other people to not understand my sound.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
If I can accumulate my own style first, then people would be able to hear that and be able to work with me a little bit better.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, so skating on the timeline for the people watching. So you won that talent show, right?
Right.
So, okay, fast forward a little bit when you're a teenager, like were you still thinking about music this time, or were you just trying to like finish school? Like what was that like for you?
All throughout school, I was always in show choir, gospel choir, you know, so I was always doing music. From that point on, grandmother, mothers, you know, grandfather, they always made sure that I was singing somewhere. You know, I think they saw the talent before I really did.
Right,
you know? But they didn't want me at a young age to be in the music business because they was already in it. They knew, you know, the ins and outs of it. And at me at a young age, you know, I guess it was just, you know, them protecting me. You know, it's a lot of stuff that's going on now with people that's been in the music business and way back then at a young age, you know, that's coming back with issues.
Facts.
Now, you know
Facts.
No, you know, all throughout junior high school, you know, I always did that. Then I went to the military, came back real quick, and was just, you know, floating around for a while.
Did people know you could sing in the military, or was that not like?
Yeah,
they're really strict?
I was actually APOC. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Same cadence and stuff, and with my division. So yeah, they knew.
Yeah, that's great.
That wasn't anything that I was actually leaning towards.
Right. Yeah.
But it just so happened.
Yeah.
I'm just one of them.
And then, because when you tell somebody you're a singer, the first thing they say is, "Let me hear something."
A lot of people want to do that, and then once they hear you, like, "Ooh, I wish I could sing."
Yeah, I said that.
I'll be singing anywhere.
I said that to him today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could sing, man. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so you say you came back after that, and you bouncing around.
Yep. After that, you know what I'm saying, I just pretty much was just trying to find out. And I was young, you know what I'm saying, early 20s, and throughout my 20s, I was just floating around. Wasn't really doing too much with music. It wasn't until to my 30s that I really started leaning back towards music. I was still with my brothers and stuff. They was real focused on it back then. We had our own record label in Memphis, Madhouse Records.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
So we did a couple of albums, radio and commercials and stuff like that back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But after that,
how did you feel when you was doing that? Like, did you feel like, I'm on the radio? Like,
I was loving it. You know what I'm saying? That in my 20s, you know what I'm saying, I was loving it because that's what I always wanted to do.
Right.
I knew music is always going to be a part of my life. But at that point, you know what I'm saying, we doing shows for Luke and, you know what I'm saying, Kid and Play and
oh wow.
Like yeah, so we were doing a lot of stuff at that time, you know what I'm saying? So the early 2000s was really dope for music, especially in Memphis. We were just a little bit before our time. A couple of bad little deals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That kind of deterred me away from the business for a little while, because don't nobody want to get scarred doing
doing
something that they love to do.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Got past that, and music has always been a part of my life anyway. So, it's just something that's gonna be there.
So when you were doing these records, are you writing it, or are you just like they tell you what to sing, or like how did that work for you? Like the process?
I've always wrote my own stuff. Always. If they write something, I can sing it. But for the most part, I've always written my own stuff. My first song I ever wrote I think I was like 11 years old.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I got a song that's going to be on my album now that's over 20 years old.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever heard it. So it's just something that is one of those timeless songs, but I've always written my own stuff. You
like a fan of poetry?
Yeah. I love poetry, you know what I'm saying? Spoken word, I think that music in word form is poetry. Even rap.
Yeah, for sure.
Poetry, you know what I'm saying? So it's a form of expression as well.
I always ask artists like if they're into poetry, or where did it come from? Like some people journal, some people like poetry, or some people just like, it comes from all like inputs.
For me, I think it was more of a journaling type thing, but more so of for me, I started emulating other voices, other Johnny Gill or Gerald Levert. Hearing their voice in my head, but writing my own work. Writing their style, but hearing their voice. So that's how I really started off writing. Marvin Gaye, and writing the style of Marvin Gaye, and actually singing and it just sounded like them. So I always like to write like I'm writing for one of those earlier, artists.
That's beautiful. How you feel about before we go to commercial? We gotta go commercial at 27. So I want to ask you, like, how you feel about like the people that you was watching, like I mentioned, because I wasn't here yet until like later on, so my mom really liked Bobby Brown. Yeah. So did you ever think about being like a crazy dancer, or were you just like, I'm gonna hit the vocals?
Like I said, I was always a show choir and stuff like that. So dancing was just part of it. I'm a little bit up in age now, so them knees don't move like they used to. But New Edition, you know what I'm saying, that was one of my favorite groups coming up back in the day. So seeing those artists that can sing and dance is a real big craft. And the Bobby Browns, the Ushers and stuff like that. I've tried to emulate it, you know what I'm saying? But my style of music is it's to make others dance, not me.
Right. Cause like I remember Johnny Gill used to hang around them and stuff, right? Yeah, and then like he was never jealous of them.
Yeah, he had 2 left feet.
Yeah. But he's like, man, you guys could dance. Like, that's crazy. So we always like to see the groups. My prerogative is like legendary.
Oh yeah. Bobby was he was a true showman for sure.
Yeah, I like that.
A lot of showmanship.
That's beautiful.
For sure.
I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're going crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is a great conversation. Let's get to the commercial break for Daniel. Hit me with the watch. You know what I'm saying? I got KingPsy in the building. This your boy Kareem the Dream. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to a commercial break.
Yo, what's good? It's Sassy the Cap. No cap. I'm here with Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Jam with Creamsicle, and you don't want to miss it for the hottest current events. Come sit with us. No cap.
Yes. Traffic Jam, Rainier Avenue Radio. Download the app so you don't miss out what's poppin', what's crackin', what's happening. It's me, Kareem the Dream. I'm back with KingPsy in the building. You know what I'm saying? OG going crazy. So if you guys are listening, if you guys are paying attention, we just played one of his tracks. You know what I'm saying? What was that? Soul Therapy?
Soul Therapy.
Okay. So we might as well talk about it right now while we're on the subject and it's fresh. So just talk about the album and the single Soul Therapy. Like, just talk about that process of like creating that whole thing.
Oh man, the creation of it came from shout out to my homeboy Dog Mouth Beats. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up, was like, hey bro, I want to do a soul album. Yeah. So I was like, okay, bet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't working on a project at the time, just putting out a bunch of singles and stuff. So I was like, bet, and we've been working on it for about a year now. Yeah. You know, and with Soul Therapy, it's the second single that's going to be coming out off of the album. My first one was Clear My Mind.
Yeah, I posted that. You know, that's a great joint too, if you guys checking that out. So who came up with the name, the Soul Therapy? That's beautiful.
We actually was working on this song. And we were just sitting there. I think we was probably like 8 songs in, and was like, man, we don't have a title for this album. Yeah. I'm like, well, we was messing with this one. I'm like, why not just call it Soul Therapy? Yeah. And it's a soul album anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Soul Therapy. I think this is something that's good for the people. That's good for the soul. You know, touch people in every facet of their life.
Yeah. How many songs is that?
It's gonna be 15.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He grinded. Yeah. That's a gang of tracks. Yeah. Okay. So, what was the name of your producer? You said it. I forgot already. Yeah, Dog 'em Out. Okay. So you make your own beats as well. Yeah. So did you guys do like a joint? Did you make some? Or did he just?
He came to me, was like, hey man, let's do it. And I'm like, okay, bet. So he already had a few beats, and he was like, hey man, if you got some, you can put them on there. And I was like, okay, bet. I also wanted to put some my brother on there. Shout out to Ray Carter, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, why don't we all just put like 3-4 beats together? We was at first, we was just shooting for an LP, something like 8 songs. We got to 8 and was like, damn, this sounds good.
Yeah, we got more. Yeah.
So I was just going through some of my files and stuff, and I was like, I got some stuff that's already ready to go. Yeah. So shot those over. Next thing I know, we was at like 12, 13. I was like, well, let's put 2 more on there and just call it a full album. Yeah. And so we just got 1 more song to put on there and finish the mixing and mastering process, and sometime this summer the whole album will be done and ready to go. Yeah.
So it's not done yet.
No, we're still in the mixing and mastering process, and I have 1 more song to put on there. Okay. I probably got like 2-3 features on there. Shout out to my homeboy DJ Bankhead. I'm gonna have him on that joint. My brother Ray Carter, he on one of the joints. And I'm trying to holler at my homeboy Al, and he's also a singer, trying to get him on one of my other joints as well. So yeah. And the rest of them is everything that you hear, all the vocals in it.
Yeah. Talk your talk, OG. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So, since your vocals is on it, just talk about your recording process. Like, where you at with it? You got some at the crib? Are you pulling up to different,
Most definitely, I think for me, my process always starts at home. For me, on any personal projects that I do, they start off at home, and then I go back and forth from Dog Mouth Beats in my house.
Much. Okay. Because I seen one of your videos on Instagram too. You were like, I'm vibing in here.
Oh,
like,
that was shout out. Like I said, I was at Dog Mouth joint, you know what I'm saying? We were doing some mixing right there. Yeah, when you feel it, you feel it. I said, man, if I don't feel it, you know what I'm saying, I can't get y'all to feel it.
Right, for sure.
So, I most definitely enjoy all my music. A lot of people say they don't really listen to their own music.
Yeah, you should.
I put myself on repeat all
the time. How you gonna expect us to listen to it if you don't listen to it? Like, what? Okay. Because how long have you been in Seattle?
Since 2011.
Okay. Yeah, you've been here for a minute.
Like a minute.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? So
that was actually the other day. I was working.
Yeah.
Working. That was I think that was a new joint, Dreams. Dreams. I was working on Dreams. I made the beat. I wrote all the lyrics and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. I was just gonna say because Seattle has a lot of like hole in the wall places, but it's like once you get in there, it usually be like fly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. They got a lot of little hideaways and duck outs around this joint. It's nice. They got nice little spots around for sure.
That's great. Okay, so your album Soul Therapy, you got the 15 joints. You're mixing and mastering it. So when you say you have to do everything yourself, I wanted to ask you because you had mentioned Bad Deals.
Yeah.
So it's like, what does your team look like now? Like, is it just you, or are you just learned how to do business better, or like what does that look like? You have a manager, agent, etc.
Nope, I'm still independent. Doing everything myself as far as putting it out there. But I do have a videographer. Shout out to my boy Terrence, the director. You know what I'm saying? One of my promoted friends, Savage Kamikaze, out in Seattle, you know what I'm saying? Shout out him, you know what I'm saying? My producer, Dog 'em Out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my girl TT and a couple of other people that I've gravitated towards down the line here recently, because I got tired of doing everything myself. Sure. If I want to expand, if anybody wants to expand, I'd say most definitely you need a team.
Yeah.
You can't do it all by yourself. So I've been working on getting all that together. And just building a team, getting with a couple of artists around the city, hopefully this weekend, so we can have a nice little writing session.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
I want to come to those. Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. Okay, so you got your team, or you're working on building it. So just talk about your production company. What is it called again?
Bitches Old Hits Production.
Yeah, I seen your logo.
Yeah.
And your microphone.
Oh yeah. Gotta have a mic in there.
Yeah. So when did you start that?
I started Bitches Old Hits Production back in 2021. In my apartment downtown. COVID. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of COVID, I'm like, not really doing nothing. Then my homeboy was like, hey man, I want to start doing some shirts and stuff. So I helped him out. We started Sideboy NT working on shirts and stuff. And as far as the production, man, I just started, recording myself and recording a couple of other partners and stuff, you know what I'm saying, just to see if I could figure it out.
Yeah.
Started doing that, pressing shirts and getting CDs done, and just started working the process.
Yeah.
And it's been going well, selling shirts, selling CDs, you know what I'm saying, doing shows and just promoting, and just building the brand.
Yep. And then and it's cool because like you said, it's just you. Yeah. So it's like everything goes through you.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah. So advice for other artists that you would give, like for good business, what you think?
Learn everything that you can. learn what you can about the business. It's a lot of nuances that a lot of people aren't aware of, but stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Learn what you can and keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't give up on your dream. Like I said, man, I'm 48. I'm knocking at 50, and I still feel good. And still have the talent and the ability to do it. So I think I still have something to say. And like in the words of Andre 3000, man, the South always got something to say.
Yeah, facts.
I'm out here.
Yeah. Sure. So are you do you see yourself like signing people later if it becomes like that, or
if that's the direction that God would have for me? I'm trying to build, like I said, I'm trying to build this team now to where we can advance the production company into a building and incorporate a building to where we can have all aspects of everything that we're doing in the building.
Yeah.
Like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
So that's the process. So that's the team that I'm building, and everybody that's with me right now on board.
Yeah, because I've experienced that too. They're just when someone has a well-oiled machine, it's just like, it's great. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie, Peaceful Fender. He had his apartment, and he had roommates, but every roommate did something. Yeah. He had the videographer, he had the editor, he had the beat maker, and then he had two other artists that are just straight rappers. And so like, every day they will be working on stuff. And then he'd be like, oh yeah, bro, come over, we're gonna cook. And then it's just like everybody's doing something. And they have their own space, and everybody's creative in their own right and really getting stuff done. So that's a great environment to have.
And that's what I'm trying to build. Like I said, I'm not just really doing this for myself. I'm trying to build it for my community and also for legacy. You know what I'm saying? Something that I could build and leave for my kids, grandkids, you know what I'm saying? Nieces, nephews, whatever.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we might as well keep talking about your music a little bit, because I was listening to it. So you got the Soul Therapy, you got the 15 songs. So just talk about, you have your YouTube channel. Yeah. And then just talk about your visuals that you've been shooting for that album.
Yeah, right now, I've finished Clear My Mind. That's out right now on YouTube, Vivo as well. Shot by Terrence, the director. Shout out my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's who I've been working with right now. You know what I'm saying? As far as visuals, also working with my homegirl, TT. The right photography, you know what I'm saying? Getting some visuals as far as some stills and some small reels, cartoon reels as well.
Yeah.
Just moving and grooving. Finna try to holler at my boy with Heat Seekers out of Tacoma and try to do a drop.
Thank you, Daniel. There we go.
That was shot by my homeboy Terrence, the director. Yeah, Clear My Mind. Yeah, that junk streaming right now everywhere. Go check that out. It's a dope video. You know
How you feel about social media and promoting it and uploading all this? Because it's just you, and it's like if you grind it, you gotta upload to every platform. You gotta push it. You gotta boost the reels, everything. How do you feel like when you're promoting your projects and you're on social media? Is it like complex for you, or how you feel about that?
I think. If you know the right avenues and the right way to promote yourself, that social media is a great way to put yourself out there. It's a lot of people out there that's doing content. You can also reach out to those people as well and collaborate on different venues, you know what I'm saying, as far as advertising and marketing. That's a great way to do it for free. You know what I'm saying? You can boost it, get your little $5-10.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Yeah.
But if you want to go further, there's other platforms and stuff that you can reach out to where you don't have to do it yourself. It'd be a little bit more costly, but if you're not investing in yourself, what are you doing?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think social media is a great platform and a great way, but you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
You can't just make one post today and then a week or two later make another post.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent with it if you want to get hold of that algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable in that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot of comments and there's a lot of hate and all that and whatnot. Does any of that type of stuff bother you?
No, not at all. Like I said, can't nobody do what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On me.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't really listen to the negativity. I know it's gonna come because my music's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like anything that I do, I like, everybody ain't gonna like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. I ain't gonna like everybody else's music. You know what I'm saying? But it is to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Haters gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? That's what make greatness great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
From all the hate, you know what I'm saying, to not just to show them, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm good at this. Back in your face. But you know, it's a motivator. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep going forward. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, anybody that's continuing to do music in this heightened era is either you're crazy, you know what I'm saying, or you just good at what you do. You know what I'm saying? You just in it for the music. So, you know, like I said, my music's not for everybody, but you know, I hope y'all like it.
Yeah. You know, because you know, I asked because some of your peers might find it difficult to use, or like the internet.
I mean, I ain't that old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of folks that's not computer savvy. You know,
right.
I'm in school right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to finish up this business degree.
Yes, I remember you told me that. Yeah,
I'm taking a computer science course a coding class. I've never done that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. To learn the different aspects of just that. You know what I'm saying? How to orchestrate and move around in computers and do it myself. Yeah. If I can do it myself, then I can teach somebody else how to do it as well. Yeah. You know, I want to be pretty much all around, not just always hands on. You know, at some point I want to be able to pass the torch on, you know what I'm saying, the pastor's knowledge on to somebody else. Yeah. You know, and you know, each one teach one. Because
editing is a big deal. You know how to do that? So like people pay a lot of money out of pocket for editors and stuff like that. So if you know how to do that stuff yourself, it cuts out the middleman. You know, like Daniel uses CapCut, I use Adobe Premiere. Like if you learn these programs, that can like cut everything in half for like you having to depend on someone else to do it.
Yeah, the most you can learn yourself, you know what I'm saying, you can cut out the middleman. You know what I'm saying? For me, I edited my first video. I edited was "How on Your Love." That's on YouTube. Yeah, I edited that myself. My partner, you want to do all? I was like, just give me all the files. Yeah. Too long. Yeah. So I ended up editing it myself, you know, and I was like, damn, this is a lot. Yeah. You know, trying to find the right angles to use. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, and put them in the right places. You know what I'm saying? It was challenging but fun at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Learning something new skill, you know what I'm saying? But once you learn how to do it, you know, you can do it just like riding a bike, you know what I'm saying? But it takes a lot, you know, it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience with yourself, because computers can get frustrated. Yeah,
technical difficulties and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So that's a great that's a great place to pause, you know what I'm saying? We got to take another commercial break. It's 57. You know what I'm saying? It's me, Kareem the Dream. I got KingPsy in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're going crazy, killing out in a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? We here at Rainier Avenue Radio. Let's get to the commercial break.
Hey y'all, this is Khalid. This is Traffic Jam with Kareem, laying out today's hip hop and R&B gossip.
Hey, you better wake up. Traffic Jam, right now on the radio. Download that so you don't miss out. What's poppin', crack? What's happening? It's me, Kareem the Dream. We back. I got KingPsy in the building. You know what I'm saying? We in here kicking it. You feel me? Having a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to D Money for playing the cuts. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get sleep, you better take some melatonin. All right. All right, we're gonna jump back in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? We out of here at 6:00. Y'all appreciate, you know what I'm saying, KingPsy for pulling up, having a great conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it's been great. Yeah. All right, so real quick before we start, I gotta do pay the bills real quick. I call it pay the bills. I got that from Kevin Hart. That's just about what Rainier Avenue Radio has going on. So make sure you're tapped in so you don't miss out on the information. Okay. So first we got Earth deserves more than a day. All right. I agree with that. All right. We live on this planet. We should take care of it. And it does deserve more than a day. All right. Earth Deserves More Than a Day officially kicks off this Saturday at noon with a live broadcast for Black Earth Day, beginning a whole week from April 20th to the 25th of live environmental justice themed programming. All right. And you can get more info at earthdeservesmorethanAday.org. All right. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you're aware. You know what I'm saying? Throw your trash away. Don't litter. Whatever we could do to help the planet. All right. We should try to do that. All right. So make sure you tap in. Don't miss that out. All right. And then the next thing we got is please donate to the cause. All right. We have great programs like Traffic Jam, like Fresh Juice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different programs on this radio station. If you want to donate, please donate on Venmo at RainerAvenueRadio.world or online, RainerAvenueWorld/donate. All right. Make sure you do that so we can continue to be making these great programs. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tap in. All right. This your boy Kareem the Dream here at Rainer Avenue Radio. That was Pay the Bills. Make sure you guys tap in. All right. All right, cool. So now we can jump back into the conversation. We was talking about your album, Soul Therapy.
Yes, sir.
And your process, and your YouTube channel, your beat making, and everything you've been learning. So just real quick, I want to ask you more about your visuals. So when you see other videos, you know how we do, you know what I'm saying, with the video vixens and all that going crazy, you know what I'm saying? So when you're shooting your visuals, like how do you come up with how it's gonna look, or like what does that look like for you? Do you have different influences, or are you just like, I want to do my style? Like, what does that look like?
I'm not a videographer, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I have one.
Yeah.
And I really give them a lot of creative freedom, you know what I'm saying? We'll sit there and brainstorm. I'll have my own ideas of what I think, how the video should go.
Yeah.
And then I'll give them my ideas, and we'll sit there and brainstorm and go from there and try to check out a couple of different scenes and different spots and different locations and stuff, and try to come up with a concept. So, and just go from there. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Because I saw Clear My Mind, that's at the pier.
Yes.
Right?
The pier, and the official video was shot in Tacoma and also at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Tacoma's a little bit of a mash, you know what I'm saying, for us over here. But but you want to make sure you do go to different locations, and so when people are watching it, you never know where people will be from. They may recognize the space, or I seen that building, or I was there, so that's kind of cool. So when you're shooting, do you make it like an all day thing, or is it like real quick? Or
no, I don't like quick. I don't like rush jobs or anything like that. So I want to. Sometimes it can take a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? We try to capture the light. You know what I'm saying? My other video that I did, not Clear My Mind, but I did what was that? Destination Rule.
That's one of the songs I like.
Yeah, most definitely appreciate it. We shot that. We got up stupid early, me and my videographer, and we got on the ferry.
Yeah.
And we caught some great scenes, and we was trying to catch the light and some backdrops. It didn't go the way that we wanted to, but we did capture what we needed. He did a great job editing it, and came out very well for me.
Yeah.
So I think it's more on the lines of finding the time. Finding the time, finding the right locations, right wardrobe, and also the right song.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because people be like, "Oh, we all have the same 24 hours in a day," and it's just like,
yeah, we do.
If you're if you're determined to work hard at something, you're gonna use that time wisely to be directed towards that. So that's great. So when you're shooting, you got your visuals, you got the song, you got the album. So it's like when you're creating these tracks and you're putting out this, art for us to consume. It's like, do you have a checklist, making sure everything is good?
Yeah. You want to make sure that you have everything done that's needed to be done, packaged up in the right way, whether it's merch, your visuals, your CDs, your things that you want to be able to possibly sell. You're really selling yourself. So as long as you have everything that you need checked off and packaged up well, you can put it out there in the way that you want to.
Yeah. And then because you have your merch and you put your production company logo on the merch.
Most definitely.
Yeah, okay, that's great. And then you have a website, or you
I'm still working on the website. Right now you can follow me on Instagram, The Real KingPsy, on Facebook, Sean Neal, and TikTok Sean Neal as well. Through social media and stuff. Also on YouTube, and I'm should have that website done before the summer's over.
Okay. So are you selling your merch at the shows?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's always a benefit when you can.
Yeah.
Because not all venues will allow you to sell your merch. You know what I'm saying?
Buy our stuff.
Some people call that double dipping. You get paid for the show, then you also sell the merch. But I think it's really based on the venue and the type of merch that you're selling.
You got t-shirts and hoodies.
T-shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers, things of that, cups.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And you've been doing that as long you've always had the merch, or is that new?
The merch started right when I started the production company.
I like that.
I was doing the music, and then I was like, might as well put my name on it.
Yeah.
Put my name on some hats, put my name on some shirts, you know what I'm saying? And get out here and just sell myself, pretty much.
Yeah, we hustling. That's great. Okay, so you talked about Destination Rules, so I just want to throw some songs at you that I liked, that I was listening to, you know what I'm saying? I always do a deep dive into the artist's music, and you do my due diligence as a journalist, my research and whatnot. So I made a list of songs that I really liked.
Okay.
So the song you dropped on 420 was Soul Therapy.
Yeah, that'll be dropping on 420 on all platforms. That's just a single off of the whole album. The album is called Soul Therapy, so that's going to be the second single off of this project.
That's great. You dropping on 420. Do you partake, OG?
Of course.
Okay.
Gotta
double check.
It is. We all grown out here.
Yeah, facts.
Don't partake if you can't.
Right,
it's not
for
for
sure.
everybody. But yeah, I love it out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love it out here. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely a green state, you being from Memphis too. Real quick, how's the vibe that for you? Coming from there to here?
I mean, for me, a lot of people will have a little culture shock when they go to different spots, but I'm used to traveling and moving around, so I think I just fit in with everybody else,
Yeah.
It's been a lot of people here have been very welcoming. I haven't had any issues here.
That's good.
With none of the people. So
I was just gonna ask you, have you experienced the Seattle freeze? Have you heard of that? Do you know what that is?
No, explain.
Okay, yeah. The Seattle freeze is just people can be standoffish or pretend like they don't see you, or they don't like meeting new people, and things of that nature. They call it the Seattle freeze.
Yeah, I've experienced that since I've been here quite a bit. But to each his own.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had people come up to me in the club where everybody's screaming my name, be like, you don't know me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't bother them, they don't bother me, you know what I'm saying? But you see me, holler at me when you see me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Cause how I am, I'm very loud, as you guys can hear. I'm very loud, I'm very animated, I laugh a lot. So people are like, are you from here for real?
Right.
Cause I don't act like a Seattleite. I talk to everybody, I'm loud, I'm animated, I wanna, shake everybody's hand and stuff. Right. They're like, you're from Seattle? I was born and raised here. It's just, I don't have that Seattle freeze personality.
Yeah, a lot of them can be real standoffish. You know what I'm saying? lot of finicky people out here, but you know, hey, to each his own. I say they just as bipolar as the world.
Yeah, for sure.
We
like who like us.
Straight like that. Hey,
you feel me?
Stay away.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so you're putting in the work.
Yeah.
You're doing these shows. We're talking about your songs. So we might as well talk about Destination Rule since you mentioned it already.
Sure.
So you have a visual for that?
Yeah, it's on Vivo YouTube as well.
Is that a feature or is that
No,
just
it's
you?
all me.
Okay, yeah, I like that one. That one's beautiful. So when you're writing these songs, does it have like a whole concept? Like when you're naming the songs, like how does that come?
I usually name my songs majority of the time after I finish writing.
Okay, yeah.
And then come up with the name of the song, because that'll also give me a concept for the visuals as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you made that song just because you travel a lot? Like when you have rules when you go to these destinations?
So that song right there came about. I made the beat and I was like, it gave me a island type vibe, you know what I'm saying, island type feel. But the words is more on the lines of people finding where they need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Looking for the place that suits them. You know what I'm saying? And your destination might not be here, it might be somewhere else.
Right.
You know, get in where you fit in type vibe, you know, and feel it. You know what I'm saying? You can move to it. It's something you can meditate over and get real personal with.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's beautiful. And then the visual that you shot, is that the same videographer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Terrence Direct. He like what I call that tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Was that at Alki?
No, that was actually, we was on the ferry.
Oh, right.
Coming back from one of these islands over here, just riding back towards Seattle and filmed the whole thing there. And yeah, it was dope.
When did you release that again?
I released Destination Rule last year.
Okay.
Yeah, sometime last year. Yeah.
Do you have like a set number of songs you release per year, or you just going with the whatever comes?
I just really go with the flow. You know, I as far as doing projects, you know, I know projects take time.
Yeah.
You know, so with just the singles that I've been releasing, if I feel like this is something that the people should hear, or I feel good about releasing it, you know, I'll release it.
Yeah.
You know, just put the music out there.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you always say you never know who's listening.
Exactly. For sure.
Are you doing your cover art?
I get my homegirl TT to do my cover art. Shout out to the right photographer for that.
Yeah.
TT Vision. What's great?
yeah, that's great.
For sure.
Okay, Daniel hit me with the watch. We got to take another commercial break. You know what I'm saying? We got KingPsy in the building having a good conversation. This your boy Kareem the Dream here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Let's get to a commercial break.
Yo, what's good? It's Sassy the Cap. No cap. I'm here with Rainier Avenue Radio Traffic Jam with Creamsicle, and you don't want to miss it for the hottest current events. Come sit with us. No cap.
Yes, sir. Traffic Jam, Rainier Avenue Radio. Download that so you don't miss out. Pops Companion. We back, man. I got KingPsy in the building. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy. Yeah. We just played that track, Clear My Mind. You know what I'm saying? So just run it back real quick while you was talking to me about shooting it and making it.
Yeah. Oh, man. We shot it. It took probably like 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? To shoot that. Shot it probably like 3-4 different locations. The last location was, like I said, man, it was cold as hell. Like,
yeah, for sure.
It was cold, you know what I'm saying? It was a nice chilly night in Seattle.
Yeah.
So we was actually in Tacoma.
Yeah.
We shot that. So, you know, it was a cool scenery, you know what I'm saying? Cool little vibe. So, you know, I was just trying to capture the essence of the song. And being in that element of trying to clear my mind. You know what I'm saying?
And you said that was a personal song?
Yeah, that was actually a personal song. I really didn't want to put it out, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I let a couple of people hear it. Had a couple of grown men crying. Oh, you got me in my feelings, bro. You need to put that out.
Yeah.
But that's what I want. I want to be able to reach people where they at. You know what I'm saying? I do feel good music. I do groove music. You know what I'm saying? So I want to keep that personal element in R&B where you really feel something.
Yeah.
To music, and I hope I captured it.
Yeah.
People, you know what I'm saying?
I think you did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we definitely feel that. If your mind is cluttered, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and clear that joint. You know what I'm saying? Work on that. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna rapid fire the rest of these songs, you know, and just talking about them briefly. So the next one I seen that I talked about was Ball With You.
Yeah. Ball With You. I did that one. I got my homeboy, shout out to Boogie the Hustle, man. He featured on that joint at the end of it. I put that out on my Weekend Vibes album. That was probably like released that about 5 years ago almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and people really love this song. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those, it's a slapper for
you know what I'm
saying? It's different, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice it's a nice vibe, you know what I'm saying? That whole album was more of a club out there in nightlife type vibe that I was trying to capture, Weekend Vibe. So
I like that. Sure. And that's the next one, Weekend Vibes.
Yeah.
So you named it that, and you had the single.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely. I don't know. I like self-titled, you know what I'm saying, album.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's something nostalgic about naming your album after a single.
Yeah.
You know, they don't pretty much do it like that no more.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
And Weekend Vibes, I shout out to my homeboy Big Phil on the track out there in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I went back home to Memphis, and he produced that one. That and another song that's on that Weekend Vibes album. Also got my homeboy featured on that one. You know what I'm saying, as well.
Mm-hmm. When you're doing features and you're working with people, is it smooth, or like when you listen to their end, how do you feel about it? Like,
you just gotta catch that vibe, man, and know what you're listening for as far as who you can hear on it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't feature on
right,
song,
for sure.
You know? I think you have to really capture that vibe and that feeling and that momentum for that artist, not just for yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's basically, that's definitely a good track. You guys did your thing on that.
Right.
And then the next one is Remember That.
Yeah, Remember That. That's one of them timeless songs, man. Shout out to my brothers, rest in peace, Yo. You know what I'm saying? My little brother. I released that actually on his birthday for him after he passed. You know what I'm saying? A few years ago. But that song was back in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? 2000, 2001. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ghetto Caves. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Madhouse Records.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then we already talked about Destination Rule. That one's fire. And then the next one is City of Rain.
City of Rain. I did that here. Shout out to my boy D Outer the Dunn. You know what I'm saying? Here in Seattle, man. I've been knowing him since he was one of the first people that I met here. You know what I'm saying? I actually met him in church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, shout out to him, and my cousin Jamie, you know what I'm saying? He was singing background vocals on the hook for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I produced it. I bought the beat, you know what I'm saying? That was one of those, you gotta buy beats.
Yeah, for sure.
Lease beat or whatever. But I produced it at my studio, Adventures on His Productions, and it came out pretty well. It's one of my favorites as well. I like that one. I need to do a video for it.
Yeah, for sure. Because not all of them have visuals, but
correct.
You're working on that.
Yeah.
And then the last one is These Floors.
These Floors. That's one of my stepping songs, you know what I'm saying? Make you get up and move your feet type thing. You know, I produced that one as well. That's all me. I just wanted to give people something to dance to, some feel good music. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do.
Thank you, Daniel, for pulling that up.
These Floors. Go out and cop that, man. If you want to dance, you want to move your feet, you know what I'm saying? Something to groove to, you know. Yeah. You know, it's most definitely a bop. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And then I want to ask you real quick, how'd you choose your name? Oh man,
KingPsy. I haven't had this name since for a long time, since I was a teenager. A couple of my friends back in Binghamton, you know what I'm saying? In the streets, man. It came from a street name, and I just cut it in half and called myself KingPsy.
Psy like psychic or Psy
like psycho?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has a past. You know what I'm saying? They used to call me Max Psycho. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of them like, yeah, you the king of the psychos.
Yeah.
We're gonna start calling you King Psycho. So it kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? Back in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Back in Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as an artist, cut the CO off and just call myself KingPsy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I've had it ever since.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. Real quick, how you feel about Memphis and Ja Morant? You watch basketball?
Yeah, I watch some basketball, but I'm not privy to what's going on with Ja. You know what I'm saying? He had some on and off the court issues.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Health issues and stuff like that. I hope he stay with the team.
Yeah, me too.
You know, they sitting up there trying to blackball my city anyway.
Yeah.
Trying to get us out of bro, you were wrong for that, bro. Stay out my city mouth. Keep my city mouth out your mouth, bro.
Yeah.
Real Memphis around this.
Yeah.
You know I'm always in Seattle repping the hometown.
Yeah, I like that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get up out of here, I seen your showcase.
Yeah.
And I really like your showcase because you showcase obviously different artists and stuff like that. So just talk about where that is and how long you've been doing that.
Sound of Seattle. Shout out to KingPsy, man. It's his platform. You know what I'm saying? He's had it for some years now, and I thought it was a dope. I caught it a couple of episodes ago, like Sound of Seattle 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Showcase, and I
Thank
got
you, Daniel.
on number 9. I did 9, 10, and 11.
Yeah.
So I've been on there 3 times already. Shout out to him. He has an amazing platform doing amazing things for the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So me and him tapped in and we're partnering up on doing some great things for the city as well, using that platform in mind as well. So if you ever see us out here, you see those flyers, man, showcase. I might not be on all of them, but it's definitely a showcase for the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To showcase a lot of great talent out here.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, you're performing and hosting?
Yeah,
okay,
I do a little bit of both.
That's good.
Yeah, most definitely.
And so if an artist saw you or saw this and wanted to get on the showcase, how do they?
You can reach out to either me or you can reach out to Savage KingPsy, Sound of Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I saw Kazi, shout out to boy Kazi. That boy be moving around, bro.
That's the homie.
You know what I'm saying? And I saw him on the flyer, but then the rest of the artists I didn't recognize. So I'm like, I could use that as another opportunity to network and meet some more artists to bring on here for you guys.
Most definitely. It's also that type of event, you know what I'm saying? Networking event where you can set up merchandise, sell merchandise. It's not just music. We're looking for poets, you know what I'm saying, musicians, if you play an instrument, bands, you know what I'm saying, whatever talent that you have, because it is a showcase and we are showcasing different aspects of the industry here in Seattle. I think it's a great platform for people to reach out to and put themselves out on.
Yeah, that's so great. And how long you been doing that again?
I see you, a couple of years now with him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been doing that for a few years here in Seattle. So I just caught on the past few showcases, and moving forward, hopefully we can bring some more talent that's here in Seattle to the stage. Yeah, because that's where it's at, man. I love the stage. Yeah, bring it to the stage. Let's go. Yeah, what brought you to the stage? That's why I asked that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Sure. So I appreciate you, KingPsy, for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna shoot a fit check. You know, shout out to Wifey. You know what I'm saying? Traffic jam going crazy. You know, appreciate KingPsy. Be on the lookout. Pull up to the showcases. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Take a shower. Brush your teeth. Be better than you were yesterday. Take care of your mental health, my people, because that's the most important. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.